Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And as you can tell, my voice is much better over the last 2 weeks. I am in full quarantine as well as you can be for a senior adult. But we're talking a lot of subjects on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Still the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program as we closed in on our 19th year on the air. And, of course, it's just me and Shelby. And really, I don't even need to be here. Really, I could probably do it by home. But Shelby just likes for me to come over and we talk together from 6 feet away. Right, Shelby?
Enjoy the company.
See there? Okay. All right. Just wanted y'all to know that she is here. So put it together. So we're going to go from kayaking. We're going to go to talking about the apparel industry. And, of course, right now, this day and time, it's good to talk about it. It's good to talk about shorts. It's good to talk about all sorts of different things. But I really like this next guy coming up because his roots are deep where he grew up, farm system, all these different kind of things. Started on an idea, and I'm really into local screen printers because some of y'all know that I was in the retail business for a long time and familiar with screen printing business, but this guy's taking it from where he started in the early 2011 to right now to an industry jumper is what I'd say, and that's Scott Clyburn from Abo Outdoors.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for having me, Larry. Looking forward to sharing some of the good word about our company.
We're going to talk about it. A lot of folks, Heybo. So
yes,
did I pronounce it correctly?
You did, Abo.
Abo. I told you that.
Abo.
I told
yes,
you
sir.
that.
Yep.
And we got one of our co-hosts, of course, is Frank Barton. Frank is in the all sorts of businesses, but primarily he's got some apparel that he does with because I proudly wear my Indian motorcycle shirt, my Indian motorcycle cap. Things along that, Frank. But I know Ron Wong had a chance to meet Scott a couple of years ago. He said at ICAST and familiar with their company. But you guys have really kind of rebranded here as we go into 2020. Scott, talk about new logo, new apparel. Talk about what's going on at Abo.
Well, we've thank you for having me today, Larry and Ron, Frank. I appreciate y'all and Shelby. Listen, we just launched a brand new logo.
Yes.
We kind of did a refresh, and it's really symbolic with us growing our product line. We started out with graphic tees back in 2011, and as we grew, we kind of eased into fishing shirts, fishing shorts, performance tees, did a few camo pieces for the fall, and it's grown and grown, and really where we are now for 2020 is we're a full outdoor clothing line. We have both product for hunt, fish, and just the general outdoors. We can dress you in plaid flannels. We can dress you in camo for the deer stand. We can get you shorts for that offshore trip or that bass boat.
And this, Scott, and Ron will attest to this. This is not. This is a competitive market when it comes down to it. Now, you're kind of laughing a little bit right now, but it takes a lot of get up and go. And I think that you guys, by rebranding this, and somebody asked me, I told somebody we were having you on the show, and they said, well, where in the world did they ever get this Abo? And then I realized where it came from, and, man, you can't get more down to earth than that. So tell our listeners how the name itself come about, then we'll talk about some products.
Well, like I said, been in the printing business a long time, and have printed for a lot of brands. Just, different folks that we all know that from we're down here in the South. We were in the hotbed of the NASCAR industry back in early '90s.
Yes,
and we printed a lot of that stuff. We've done stuff for outdoor brands, and long story short, we always printed for someone else. And I said, well, I want to create something that we own.
Yeah.
That we, it's our mark. It's our line. And So I'm offshore fishing one day out of Edisto, South Carolina, with a buddy of mine, one of my best friends. His name is Boo, B-O-O.
B-O-O. That's a great name. Yes.
B-O-O.
Okay.
Well, it was a little slow out there, and he had his son out there. And
we're getting a true story here. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're getting it.
Right.
It was a little slow. It wasn't a fish story. It's kind of flat out there. You don't want it flat on the ocean. Anyway,
that's right.
He was laid back on a beanbag, and I was scratching names. I'm gonna come up with that $1 million name, right? And I said, "Hey, Bo, how about come up here and look at my names?" And he didn't even roll over. He said, "You got it right there." And
that's the way it started.
And that's the way it started, man. We came back, printed a few shirts, and off to the races.
Well, I think it's as we used to say in the newspaper, we're unique to have that. And again, talking to Scott Clyburn, he's the president of ABO Outdoors in Chester, South Carolina. So let's talk about products that you got new. I'm really fascinated by this Wanderers that you got coming out. You've also got some new things for the fall. Also, let's talk about what you got for the spring here. I saw back in not just a few days ago you announced this new Wanderer series.
Yes, sir. So the Wanderer series is an entire line, an entire collection of lightweight, performance-driven product.
All right.
We have both tops and bottoms, Larry. We've got one of our most popular is called the Wanderer Quarter Zip.
I see it. Yes.
It's a quarter zip. It's a UPF 30, 100% poly, wicking.
Woo.
It's made for the boat. Matter of fact, I got one on now, and I've got on over a button-down shirt. So,
all right.
You can wear these things anywhere.
I'm visiting you. Okay. Yeah.
Breathable mesh.
Yeah.
We've got it in both quarter zips, button downs. We've got it in both mossy oak and realtree camo patterns.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And then we just came out with the new Wanderer short, which is a really cool short. And it's the thing I like about shorts are universal. You can wear them from boat to bar, so to speak. You can put a belt on them. You can wear them to dinner.
All right.
Do what have you.
Yeah.
100% poly, rear pockets, plier pockets.
I love the plier pockets. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can wear them both casual and utility.
Are they out now? Or they're out now? Are they out available?
They're out now. Yes, sir. They are on retailer shelves.
They say that. So that's the Wanderer series. The quarter zip, the crew neck, the polo, the pant, and the shorts, all new for this. And then not only that, these guys have already planned ahead for fall. In these jacket that I'm seeing here that's coming out, the Moreland wax jacket, coming out for the fall. So you got to plan ahead.
Man,
I got to tell you something.
Tell him, Ron.
I had the opportunity to attend a media camp last fall hosted by
that's right,
Whitey Outlaw.
Yeah, you were over there.
And in our swag bag that we had, there were a couple of ABO T-shirts in there, and I have to tell you something. Folks, these are not just like regular T-shirts.
Okay.
These things are so comfortable.
Yes.
And so smooth, it's unbelievable. I'm not sure what kind of materials you guys use, Scott, but
it's a secret.
The finest T-shirts I've ever had. I got both the long sleeve and short sleeves. They're awesome.
Well, we appreciate it. So you were down there. Doing some little crappie fishing. Is what you done snuck off and did, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir, I did.
There ain't no sneaking off for
Ron.
Yes,
sir, I did.
Yeah, there's no sneaking off for. He also went over there to eat too. I can tell you that. So
I guarantee you.
There's nothing with that. So Scott, I know. So 2020, looking good for ABO. So
yes, sir. We're growing. We're got a good footprint. We're in about 300 independent retailers. We're in a few of the major retailers.
That's great. Yeah.
And we're growing. We got a great group of people, down here in South Carolina, and we're looking forward to growing our brand and telling the story.
All right, guys, you can go to them. That's HEYBO Outdoors.com, and also they follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just Google it. I have, and we're going to list a lot of this on my website, LROutdoors.com.
Yep.
We're going to stay in touch with Scott because Ron has told me about the product, and we want to stay involved with you, being a a friend here in the Memphis area for you, okay?
Well,
sounds great.
Larry also might mention
that if
somebody's looking for some ABO products, go to S.W. Wilson. They've got them there.
There you go, Ron. There you go. I know that David Best is.
They're here in Memphis, so you can go out and get them.
You can go to Arlington on the Square and go to Primary Tackle.
Wilson.
Primary Tackle at S.Y. Wilson. There you go. Thank you, Scott, for being with us, buddy. Okay, we'll talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll stay in touch. Thank you.
Okay.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
All right. Scott Clyburn. This day and time with so much going on in the world, and I got to ask Frank a little bit about this too, because we've had so much rain. I'm just what's the farm situation in East Arkansas, Frank? What are you hearing over there? Because
we haven't done a whole lot of field work.
Yeah,
we've gotten some in here the last couple of days.
Uh-huh.
Prior to that, there hasn't been a great, a whole lot of field work done, which is not, this in March. It's not that critical. But the equipment that we have now can get us caught up in such a short order.
Pretty amazing.
Now, 30 years ago, we would have, people would have been
pulling their hair out,
concerned and upset. But right now, they're concerned, but just because that's the nature of a farmer to be concerned when the weather doesn't go their way and trying to get things.
Hang on out there. In other words, hang on. If you got equipment you need fixed, you can go to Kubota Tractors out there, not too far from one of my favorite places to eat, and that's the Shake Shack. I need to get over there. I guess they're taking orders at the door, right? What are you laughing about, Ron? I mean,
no, you have food had to come up.
Okay.
Shake Shack, the line at Shake Shack has been quite extensive.
I can imagine.
Doing everything carry out and drive through.
Yeah.
And we're doing everything we can to keep that business, and there's all the other businesses that are out there.
Yeah,
best we can.
Yes, we can, and support those local things, as Ron has mentioned many times.
That's right.
Support our local folks. A lot of takeouts and things along the line. We're going to get through this, but I appreciate having Outdoors with Larry Ray. Gives you about 90 minutes just to relax and talk about things that we love, because the outdoors is where we spend a lot of time. All right, we're going to switch gears again. We're going to over the Nashville area. We're going to a young lady that spends a lot of time on the water. She has mastered the podcast, too. She is the host of the podcast, The Woman Angler and Adventurer. That's Angie Scott on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.